The feeling of your chest getting tighter and making it harder to breathe is what it feels like for me when I'm anxious. Wanting to prevent these feelings, so I used to isolate myself. But even though anxiety tends to isolate you, community can help heal it. Anxiety is a mental health disorder that makes people panic, have fear, and worry about everyday situations. According to Mayo Clinic, it doesn't just make people panic. It can lead to other mental and physical conditions like insomnia, headaches, depressions, problems working in school or at work, social isolation, and suicide. These symptoms mostly start in early childhood and teen years. For some people, anxiety that happens early might continue into adulthood. But according to the University of California, there are some positives about anxiety. Dennis Torrey claimed that anxiety helps us get what we want for ourselves. That anxious feeling actually helps motivate us to work harder to get what we want in the future. Mental Health Foundation stated that anxiety can be caused by stress relating to work, education, social pressures, childhood trauma, or negative life events. The main thing that is linked to developing anxiety disorders is abuse. Anxiety causes people to isolate themselves. According to Charlie Health, people suffering from anxiety disorders tend to avoid situations or places to prevent panic feelings. Social encounters could be too overwhelming for them, and worrying prevents individuals from interacting with others, which makes them feel lonely. When I was in 7th grade, I was diagnosed with anxiety. I would worry every day about when my next panic attack was going to happen. There were certain places where I was scared to go to because I knew that if I went there, I would start to have a panic attack. The places that would trigger my anxiety a lot of the time were school and going on buses. The reason why I feel the most anxious at those places is because one time when I went to school, I had a major panic attack. After that, I was scared to go back to school. And then the reason why I also get anxious about going on bus is because one time I went on a bus to go to a tournament, I started to feel anxious, which made me feel sick. Just because of that one bus ride, I was too scared to go on another bus. Avoiding going on buses and being scared to go to school isolated me. I decided to try to get help from a community so I could recover. The first thing my parents told me to do was to ask for help in school. I went to our school counselor's office to ask for his help. He started talking to me about my feelings and the things that would trigger my anxiety. My friends also helped me whenever I was panicking. They would tell me to take deep breaths and give me some water to cool down. They were actually really helpful because it calmed me down every time. The school nurse was also a really big help for me. She taught me ways to calm myself down, and she often prayed for me. Because of all these people, I actually got a lot better by the end of the school year. I still struggle with anxiety, but it doesn't happen frequently, and I know how to calm myself down. In 2023, Ying Wang from Cambridge University did a study that divided 30 people who were diagnosed with anxiety into two groups. The first group was the experimental group, which gave the people anti-anxiety medication treatments alone. Then the second group was the control group, which they gave them regular physiological counseling at a community center. These two groups did the treatments for 6 months. The results of the experimental group were that 5 people recovered, 4 people made progress, and 6 people did not recover. In the control group, 9 people recovered, 6 people made progress, and 1 person did not recover. This study shows that the most effective treatments for anxiety disorders is getting help from a community. But according to chemotherapy, you might meet a community that is the wrong fit for you. Meeting a community that isn't the right fit for you could be discouraging. However, Andrea Brandt from Better Health stated that people actually look for groups that give them a safe and supportive environment, and other people that understand what they're going through could offer a lot of support when trying to deal with anxiety. My recovery shows that a community can help an individual recover from anxiety. Ying Wang from the Cambridge University Press stated that a community mental health center can help patients get more direct and mental health support. It is effective for the treatments of anxiety disorders. If your friends or you have been struggling with anxiety, you should seek help from a community to either help yourself or your friends recover. Thank you.